18 months in ESSENS. And in this time, I saw a lot of things. Even for me, it was a challenge in the beginning, because even when I have 26 years experience in networking, you can't compare network company with network company. Every company has its own philosophy, has its own strategy, and so even I had to learn how ESSENS is working, what is important for ESSENS, what is the quality of ESSENS, what are the needings of our members. And now I guess it's the right time to make a resume and to see what's going on and what can we do to help you when you want to be successful in building up a successful and good team. And this is why we have this webinar. Today it's in English, and I see that we have a lot of people here from Russia. Even for you, if you think it is helpful that we make the same webinar, for example, with a Russian translation, just send me a message and we will arrange it, because not everybody speaks English. Information are too important to be focused only on a small group. Let's start. So, in my opinion, the ESSENS business is very simple. You have to ask yourself every day, as an entrepreneur, as an owner of your own business, are you successful? If the answer is yes, go on and continue. If the answer is no, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, I had a bigger expectation, change something. And when you change something, ask after a short while, are you successful? If the answer is yes, go on. If not, change another thing. So sometimes you have to change a lot of things in order to find the right path, in order to find the right way. The good message: you are never alone. You are working for yourself. You don't have a boss, but there are a lot of people who are willing and there to help you. That means if you don't know what to do, you can ask your upline, you can ask sponsor. If you have the feeling that your sponsor is not in this position that he can really support you or help you, don't worry. You are not married with your sponsor. Go to the sponsor of the sponsor. Ask other people. Finally, you can ask ESSENS. Finally, you can ask me. Just send me a message in Facebook, email, whatever, and I would be happy to analyze your structure and to give you my recommendation, what I would change when I'm walking in your shoes. Okay? And this is exactly the same. I was now 18 months here in ESSENS, and I asked myself, what are we doing? Is it enough? Because maybe you realize it in the last month, we was mostly talking about products, we were talking about the bestseller set and whatever, but it was, I don't know, I don't want to say a taboo, it was a no-go, but nobody was talking about marketing plan, about how to become a gold manager. And now I'm so happy because this is network marketing for me. When we talk about the opportunity, when we talk about the foundation, maybe to make also this business full-time and not only as a part-timer. And when we are not about pocket money, when we talk about really good money. I realized in this time that there are two main mistakes when the people build up the business. And what I realize is not a typical situation for one downline. It is not a typical situation for a special country. I check all our countries and I can confirm that the situation is almost the same. It is in all our downlines, in 80% of all our downlines, and it is in all our countries. Even when I'm focused today on examples which are based here from let's say Slovakia, from Italy, from Greece, from Cyprus, from Spain, you can be sure that the same situation is also in Czech Republic, in Russia, and in all our other countries. I have also already screenshots, and even there, when we make the special seminar, for example, for Russia, I will have, of course, Russia downlines, and also the currency will be in ruble and not in euro. So it's very easy. So the one and only mistake, the master mistake, is that mostly all of our members have not enough first line. I will give you later my opinion why it happened like this. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but at least there is an expectation, and the figures show that there is this problem. The people don't have enough first line. What you have to know is that our marketing plan is designed that the wide gives the money and the deep gives the security and stability. And even here, in my opinion, we don't talk enough about the marketing plan. We don't talk about the requirements. We don't talk enough about what to do to reach this position. Maybe because some are shy to talk about how to become a gold manager because it's so far away and we can't talk about it. No, the people don't want it. This is what I hear very often also, especially in Czech Republic. No, the most of our members are self-consumer. They don't want to hear anything about the marketing plan. I don't believe that, because in my experience in the last 26 years, I was working in almost 30 countries. I was also in Asia, and I saw and I realized that the mentality of the people is almost the same. People want to become successful. People want to become independent. People are looking for a better life, for an option to their job. So maybe when the head says, no, they don't want it, it is a personal opinion. And this is another reason why I'm so happy to talk about it. So we have to talk about the marketing plan. We have to explain it. And when you understand the rules of the marketing plan, it is very easy to follow them. So in my opinion, the marketing plan is like a GPS for your business. That means when you want to move from one city to another city, you are making activating your GPS in your car, and it tells you turn left, turn right. If you follow the GPS, you will lead to the right way. If you ignore the GPS, maybe you are wrong and you will never reach your destination. The same is here. We explain everything in the marketing plan. There are clear rules. These rules are the basics for your strategy, and if you follow the strategy, you have 100% success guarantee. Simple like that. So, the wide gives the money, the stability comes from the deep. But there is no stability without a big wide. This is also a fact. So, what I saw here is, for example, something like that. I get really heart pain when I see people and structures like this. Here is somebody with a turnover from almost 8,800 points, and the commission is just 176. Why? The wide gives the money, but if almost 90% are coming just from one line, there is no wide. And this is the problem this is the reason for this low commission. What I realized is that these people will never say that they were working in the wrong way. They will say in the future, ESSENS don't work. That means they will talk bad about your business. This is a problem. They will never say, I made a mistake. They will never say, I was too lazy. And this is the reason why we have to pay attention for a good education of our downline, because every disappointed, every desperated member who is leaving us will talk bad, and this makes everything more difficult in the future. Yes, I was talking already with 10 members, they were all in ESSENS, but nobody made money. Yeah, but the reason is why. ESSENS works, and we have a lot of examples who show it that it works as long as you are working in a proper way. This is an example when you don't have enough white. This is another example. And you see here already from the different colors that there is a good white. The strongest line is 33%. And my recommendation is pay attention that the strongest line is not bigger, stronger than 50 maximum %. When you see that the strongest line is growing very fast, we focused on making new first lines in order to build up a bigger white. So you will always benefit from the marketing plan, and you will always have all the goodies which ESSENS offers. And here, look, the first example was almost 9,000 points and less than 200 euro. And here we have just 6,700 points and a commission from almost 1,000 euro. This is a huge difference. And even here, when you see this downline, you see 15,000 points, that means 28%. And with this 15,000 points, a commission from almost 3,500 euro. This is good. And there's another very big advantage. Pay attention for these numbers. The whole downline exists from 220 members, which is very good for this turnover. I will show you also later downlines which have less turnover, which have less turnover, but 500 and 600 members. And even here, when you see the relationship between the number of the members and the turnover, I can see already that something is going wrong or that something is going very good. In this case, I would say it is very good relationship, because of course you can't expect that everybody is active and that everybody will be successful, but it looks very good. Another thing which is very, very good, 600 points personal turnover. And that shows me that this member is very active, is using the product, and when you are using the products, when you are in love with our products, when you know the benefits from our products, you can recommend the product. And trust me, the people have a very, very good feeling if you recommend something in order to make turnover, and you make this typical network blah blah, or you recommend something because you are convinced from what you are talking about. This is a huge difference. And even if you believe that you are a very good actor and that you will maybe get the Oscar next year, the people have this very, very sensitive feeling, and they feel exactly if you are honest with them or if you just try to make blah blah to catch some orders for your turnover. So, and if you believe now that this person here is a businessman and is making maybe ESSENS full-time and not as a part-timer, so this is Slavomira from Slovakia. She is a housewife with 2 little children. And this is another challenge, because everybody who knows how difficult it is with little children, especially in this age, because they have a dream at night, they don't sleep, they are sick, you have to go to the doctor, there is something, and you have to always manage. And these little children are the, let's say, they are the boss from the family, and everybody has to change their own plans and has to go behind the children. So when you can manage this situation and then you build up such a strong team, this is really fantastic. And maybe you think now, yeah, but maybe she is the only one who do something like that. Look, here's another example. This is Eva from Czech Republic. Even here, 277 people, which is also good for 17,000 points turnover. The commission is 3,500 euro, and even here you see a good personal turnover. That means when you are also focused on building up a successful team, you will never build up a successful team when you ignore the basics from our business, and this is purchase the products, selling the products, using the products, and recommend the products. This is always the same. And the strongest networker have always a good personal turnover, definitely. And then it is a good basic, and then you can educate your people, and then you can give your recommendation, and then when you accept we have a copy and paste business, it's absolutely normal that you will find also people who use the product, who recommends the products. And the question is, do you sell the products for the retail price, or do you make a registration and you have a new member which also recommends the product? This is simple like that. But if you say, I'm a big leader, I don't need this personal points, or I make my minimum points, in the first plan it's 20 points, when it comes to the second plan it's 100 points, and that's it. Forget it, because your members, your downline will always start to copy and paste you, and when you are just going for the minimum requirements, you will have also this attitude in your downline. So you have to do the first step, and then you can expect that people will follow you. And just imagine, you have 10 members with 400 points personal turnover. You are 17%. Yeah? Other people need 100 members, and then they have 11 points, 22 points, or 6 points, and whatever. Completely crazy. It's more interesting to work with positive people, with people who are on the right track, instead of having these, let's say, lazy people who just try to grab some benefits from the business, but they are not willing to do what they have. This is one thing. Mistake number 2 is, a lot of people register their own contacts, daddy, mommy, friends, sister, brother, neighbors, colleagues, under their first lines. They hear that they need 3 lines, which is not true, and then they take their own contacts in order to motivate their lines and put these members under the lines. And then it looks like this. But when I'm here and you put your contact under your first line, maybe this contact don't know this first line. Maybe this contact don't accept your first line as a sponsor. They don't work together because it don't fit. Look, the people are in the business because they have a good relationship to you, because they trust you, because you convince them. And then you take this person and you put him somewhere in the deep because you want to motivate these people. Point number 1, you never motivate people when you're giving gifts. We are not Santa Claus. It is not Christmas. We are in a business. Your contacts are your first lines. Second thing is, when you do like this, your first lines will ask you in the next month, hey, where are my new gifts for this month? When do you give me the new registrations? Because I have to reach the 12% this month in order to stabilize your turnover. That means you will reach in a long-term view exactly the opposite. And finally, when they are not accepted here, your first lines, who will work with your contacts? That means you have to work with them. And then you have already a strong line, which normally, when you build it up in a healthy way and you educate them step by step, which normally can work by herself, but you have to work because the people don't accept the real upline. And what I also saw in different countries, that these people said, I'm not happy with my sponsor, and then they send emails to the company, I would like to change my sponsor, can I have another sponsor? And it is impossible. And even now, when I'm involved in such discussions, I'm really sometimes surprised how crazy people are working and how crazy people are wasting their potential and their energy. And here is a real example, which is from July. There is a sponsor registered. One day later, definitely one day later, this sponsor registered 1, 2, 3 first line, and then he take all his contacts and put these contacts under these 3 first lines. This is exactly what I tried to explain before, which is completely crazy. And here you see already mistake number 3, that they are not product user, that they are not convinced from the product, and that they are not willing to work with the product. Because if here somebody has a team from 22 new members in this, or it was from June, the registration was from July, and this is from August. When he has, after 2 months, 22 people in his downline, and he has, in the end of the month, no personal turnover, what can you expect? And you see that these 22 members make in total 160 points. Imagine, I told you, a good personal turnover can be copy and paste. That means 400 points, one person. Here we need 22 persons for 163 points. When you now calculate the average, what is it? Can you call it a business? Is this a business? Forget about it. This is not business. This is just catching people. And then you hope when you have hundreds and hundreds of people that you find 3 or 4 good ones who really follow the rules and who make you successful. But this has nothing to do with network marketing. And when you see even here the commission, 99 cents, 75 cents, 0, and even the big sponsor with almost 50 people, less than 20 euro in the second month, I'm definitely speechless. And this is not a single case. This happened too often. I will show later some. Mistake number 3 is definitely that the people are registered too often without any first order or with just one perfume or with 1 or 2 products. Sorry guys, even here I have to say, when I talk about a registration, I register a new member. I don't register a product user, because when you register somebody with 6 points, the delivery costs usually are more higher than the savings from the member price. That means even if he is excited right now because you promise him that he will become a millionaire when you continue in this way, he will never order again in the second month. And for what do you spend your time? For what do you spend your energy when you're working in this way? In my opinion, registration, a good first order, and then everything is fine. But even here, we have to talk about what means a presentation. My feeling is that some of the members are not talking about the business presentation. They are not talking about the opportunity. They are not showing way how to become successful. That means they are not working with our presentation folder. They make their own presentation. And sometimes I see also in Facebook the post, beside the places where they place the products, on the beach, in the sun, in a supermarket, or wherever, and really, I don't understand, because I would be too shy to show my products, high quality products, somewhere in a supermarket. But it's up to you. If you like it, continue. But then I see the table full of products, and my imagination is, when the people are coming, they say, oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, but you don't have to pay the retail price. I can register you and you get the member price. That means without any explanation, without any chance to find a goal why they would become a member in order to make money, you register the people, and the first order is 1 or 2 products which they want to use by themselves. But this is, in my opinion, not a member. This is not a distributor. This is a product user with his own number. But the experience shows that these product users will never order by themselves, and then when it comes to sending the products, delivery cost and whatever, they will not do it. Either you have to do it, so you are spending your time to place orders for your downline, but you don't have any benefit except from a small commission. And so here it started to go in the wrong way. Even here I show you something. Look, this is from a downline. I just go to a newly registered member and I saw 0 point, 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 0 point. What is going on? What do you expect? That something happened? That there is a miracle in the future and they say, now I will order the product? Forget it. If they don't order the product from the beginning, make the registration later, take them as a customer, serve them, maybe you give them a little discount, so you share the difference between member and retail price, but both of you benefit from it, but at least there is a good turnover and it makes sense. Look here. A new member ordered 2 perfumes. Bravo. Will he sell the perfumes? He has not a starter kit, then he has to have 27 points. How can he recommend it? And even there, I don't understand people who make a register 6 points. What can you order for 6 points? a new member with 6 points. What? And then he has a shower gel, he has a body balm, or he has, I don't know. And then he pays €4.90 delivery cost. And so under the level, it's more expensive than when he is a customer. Even here, 5 perfumes, but no starter kit. How can he recommend the perfumes? I know how. There is this list. And when the people are only focused on the list, in my opinion, it's not successful enough. Because why are people choosing a perfume from the list? Because they saw it in the TV, they get a recommendation from a friend, or they know that it is very, very fashionable, but it don't mean that it fits for them. Only when you work in a proper way and you use this list really as an orientation, that when you like this perfume, and then you know, for example, it's a fruity, a flower, or whatever, oriental perfume, and you recommend 2 or 3 others, there is really a chance that they find a perfume which really fits to their personality, to their body chemistry, and that they really like it. And it's not only the easiest way, which is a successful way. I know that a lot of people, maybe too much people, are working on this easy way, and they are just grabbing this short-term success, but it will never be successful in the long term. This is my opinion. Okay. To know the marketing plan means to love it. Because when you see what you have to do, and you follow the rules, and you get your rewards, you will be motivated, and then even your downline, when they are working in this way, have a chance to be long-term in this business, and not only for a short term, and then you have to motivate them again and motivate them again. So let's talk about the marketing plan. What you have to know is that our marketing plan is composed by 4 levels. That means we have plan number 1, who pays out 28% from the turnover of your structure. Marketing plan number 2, mostly it's not explained in a business presentation, but in my opinion, why not? Because it's not so difficult to reach this position. Another 5% are paid out. Plan number 3 rewards the loyalty. This is called annual bonus, and here it is 1% from ESSENS global turnover. And then finally we have plan number 4, where you get 3% from the turnover of your qualified clients. The good thing is you don't have to choose what you want, because when you build up your business in the proper way, you benefit from marketing plan 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and your total commission is coming from all these 4 levels. What you see here, from this commission, let's say the commission is 100%, 43% are coming from plan number 1, 29% are coming from plan number 2, and 28% are coming from plan number 4. And then we have the plan number 3, which is paid out annually. This is why it's not in the monthly payment. Even here, I'm really surprised that we don't have much more qualifier for plan number 3. Because when you are able to reach plan number 2 and you build up your downline in a healthy way, it must be stable. When somebody is in 17%, I can't understand that he drops down again when everything is healthy. He has to develop up, but never down. So either they were pushed or there were some other reasons. But when you have this level, I will explain all these details in a few minutes. In my opinion, it is not so difficult to confirm at least in 9 from 12 calendar months in order to be also qualified for plan number 3. And I'm sure you will agree later. So let's talk again about registration without any first order. ESSENS marketing plan is based on points. Here is a part from our price list. This is from ESSENS Europe. So if the prices in your country are different, don't be surprised. This is for ESSENS Europe and not for every country. Every product has a special point. Everything is transparent. You can see it exactly in the price list. And these points are the basic for the marketing plan and for the commission, and not collecting members. We don't have a reward when you have 100 new members and you get for each new member a reward. This is not working in this way. 1 point usually corresponds with the amount of €1 or with its equivalent in another currency. It started with 100 points. That means ESSENS collects the turnover the whole month, starting from the first of the month to the end of the month. That means in 2 days, on Saturday is 30 of September, and everything is coming till 30 of September, count for September, and when it's the 1st of October, it's already for the 1st of October. It started with 3% for 100 points, and the goal, in my opinion, for every newcomer who wants to build up a team, who wants to become successful, is the first key position to become 17%. When you talk about it, when you are convinced that you will go in this way, when maybe you are already a 17% or higher, you say, and I want to see you in 1, 2, or 3 months, it depends on the person, it depends on their goals. I want to see you in the 17% in the end of October, in the end of November. Let's go for it. Why is it a key position? Because with this position, you have not only your commission, you have also additional rewards. And one of these rewards, for example, our trip to Turkey. This is a picture from June this year when we was with almost 120 people in Turkey. It was really an amazing week. Here are some impressions, what happened in this week. It was really 7 nights, 7 days, 5-star hotel, all inclusive, a lot of fun, meeting new people, meeting positive people, sharing experience, sharing energy, coming home full of power, full of motivation, and looking forward for the next year when we will see us again. That was really, really great. And the good message is, for all of you, the new qualification period for Turkey 2018 will start exactly in 2 days, on the 1st of October. Maybe you are new in the business and you said, oh my God, 4,000 points in October, it's too fast and it's too high for me. Look, the qualification period is from October to February. That means October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. In 3 of these 5 months, you need this 4,000 points. That means even if you start today from 0, you have still 2 days in September. Power, power, power. You have October. You have the November. And when you make first time in December 17%, it's okay. And then you confirm it in January and February and you are qualified. That means October, November, December means 3 months and 100%. If you are working in proper way, you can build up. When we are going now to Christmas, when the new products from catalog number 3 will be available from the second part of October and then in November the other ones, it's the most easiest time in the year when we start with this qualification. And when you don't forget to register people, when you have the quality, when you have a good, responsible team and you pay attention for a good education and you go to the training for the seminars from your upline, I don't see any problem to make 17% in these 3 months, October, November, December. You will confirm it when you follow the requirements and the recommendations from my webinar later. Another benefit from this position, 17%, is a company car. It is not a guarantee because the company car is given to people who build up a good team and which have a good development. That means it is a decision from our CEO and founder from ESSENS, from Mr. Kova, to give this car, and when the development is healthy and he has a good feeling that you will confirm this qualification month by month, you will get this car. If it is not stable enough, or if it's one line is too strong, or it's just 1 month and maybe there's a high risk that you drop down again, he will not give the car. Not because he is a bad guy, he is responsible because when you fall out from the qualification, you have to pay this leasing fee. And this is affecting the people. Then your commission drops down and you have to pay for the car. And we don't want to disappoint people with the car. It must be a motivation, and you don't have to feel this pressure that you can't manage the qualification this month and that maybe the car is killing you. This is the reason. But if you build it up from the foundation in a serious way, everything is fine, and you will see that this car, for Russia we have other cars, so that this car is a really good benefit for you, and it will help you to build your business more faster. So let me explain how our marketing plan works, and that you don't have to be shy to talk about, because you don't do bad things. And even when you make money, you will see that you will only make money when you support your team. And this is a rule in network marketing. Don't look for your own success. Look and pay attention for the success of your member, and you will become automatically successful by yourself. Look, this is you. I change the color and make it here red. This is you, and you have a team. Of course, not everybody is like anybody else, so you have always different characters. Let's say you have a line with 100 points, you have one with 400, with 1,200, and with 2,400. So that means there are different mentalities. Maybe this 100-point guy is fresh in the business, or he's just a product user. With his 400 points, he makes just personal turnover, he's selling the product, and these two are building up the team. If the members make more turnover, they reach a higher level for the commission, and that means when they have more points, they have a higher bonus level, they will have more money. When they have more money, of course there is a higher motivation. When they are motivated, they will not leave you and your team, they will stay, and that gives you the stability. That means the only thing you have to do is find responsible people, train them, educate them, support them, and you will see that they stay there and that they started to grow. The next thing is, all these points are counted together. That means all the points from your downline are also your points. And with these points from your downline and your personal turnover, your turnover is higher than 4,000 points, and this is the reason that you reach the level of 17%. Not only because of your sales, from the total team. The big benefit is, look, for 100 points, normally you have 3%, but here you have 17%. And this 17% means for you that you have a higher bonus level, and this higher bonus level means when you use product for yourself, you pay the member price, but you get an additional discount for each and every product from 17%. When you are selling the product, you have not only the 40% margin, you have additionally 70% commission. That means in this position, with every product you are selling to a real customer, you have a profit from 57%, which is fantastic. And it's not the end, it's just the beginning. The second thing is, ESSENS pay out 70% to the total turnover, to this 4,000 points. But when they pay out here only 3%, here only 6, and here 9, and here 12, of course there is a difference between 17 and 3, 17 and 9, 17 and 12. And this difference is also your earning, it's also your profit. And you see that the reward for you get higher when your members come to a higher bonus level. It's different if you get 14% reward or if you get 120% reward. That means we have here really a win-win situation. You support your team, you pay attention that your team increase their turnover, and you are rewarded with a higher commission. A new level for your member means a higher reward for you. That means this is a really honest business, and because it's honest, it's fair, it's transparent, it is a chance to have this business in the long-term view for a long-term period. So, the second part from the marketing plan number 1 is how to come from 17 to 25%, for example, when you reach the second key position. This position is also very interesting because from this position you are invited for our anniversary. This anniversary is always a 3-day event, always in a European big city. We was last year in Vienna. We will be in 2 weeks in Venice, And it will be amazing, amazing to come together with all these good people, to see them from all our countries, to celebrate 3 days. It will be really fantastic. And now, maybe you say, oh my God, 10,000 points for 25%. This is too far away. I can't imagine this. Look, my opinion is very simple. When you start with this business and you don't know anything about the products, you don't know anything how to talk with people, and you can manage it to go to 17%, this is a real challenge. If you know how it works to go to 17%, and you have already 10, 20, 30, maybe 40, 50, 60 people in your team, it is not so difficult to show them what you were doing in the last few weeks and months, and to find 1, 2, 3 people who wants to do the same. And then you just talk about your experience, you talk about what you was doing. Don't forget to register every month new members in order to get the good vibe. And then when these people start to work by themselves and they increase their turnover, it's absolutely normal that your points will grow and that it's not so difficult to come to 10,000 points. So I'm 100% convinced, and I know that from experience, when you start from the beginning in the right way to build up your team, it is more easier to go from 17% to 25% than from 0 to 17%. You know the saying probably which says that the first step is always the most difficult step. It is in everything you do. It is in a private relationship, it is in a new job, and it's also in our business. So when you are already on the level of 12, 17%, you have this knowledge, you have this experience, and then remember my first slide. When you say I'm successful and it works properly, continue and go. If you said, okay, even when I'm now in 12%, I'm not happy, ask for support, ask for ideas, what to change in order to have a faster growing and a bigger stability. Let's talk about Gold Manager. Gold Manager means 3 lines with 4,000 points. And probably here is exactly the misunderstanding. The marketing plan says 3 lines with 4,000, but it means in reality minimum 3 lines with 4,000 points. And now you know this little game what we was playing when we were children on a birthday. We call it in Germany a silent post effect. That means you think a word, you talk to your neighbor, you whisper it, and this neighbor whisper to his neighbor, and then after 10, 15 children, when the round comes back to you, he has to whisper in your ear, or he has to say it loudly, and then you see that your original word has nothing to do with the word which is coming when it goes to 15 people. Minimum 3 lines with 4,000 points is misused from the most members when they explain the marketing plan, and they say you just need 3 lines. And probably this is the reason that we have always this phenomenon, this problem that 90, maybe 80, 85, 90% of all the downlines, 3 strong lines, or let's say on 3 lines, which have a better turnover, and the rest is just so la la. I will show you later real examples which will be confirmed. To give you the right information, when Gold Manager is a goal, and that must be your goal when you want to build up a team, because Gold Manager means this is a step where you can talk about real business, where you can make money, which probably give you the chance to make ESSENS full-time and that you don't need your job anymore. But in order to find lines with 17%, you need at least 10 to 15 first lines. Not everybody will go for 17%. And please avoid mistake number 2 and put your contacts under these lines in order to push them. They must be stable, and they will be never stable when they are founded on gifts with your people. Because you will have to work always with these downlines and you will never grow. You can't pick up a 17% line, a 5th. You can't support them to go to 10,000 points or to 15,000 points. So, minimum 3 lines with 4,000 points. Your reward is 2% from ESSENS global turnover. So most people don't ask for this turnover, the most people don't know it, and they are not interested, it looks like, and they don't know how it's calculated. They just take it, what they get, and that's it. I always explain it with 2 million points, which we have in a month. In August it was more, but I guess right now we can talk more or less about 2 million. If it's 1.6, 1.8, or if it's 2.2 or 2.4, it doesn't make a big difference. We need a foundation where we talk about, and in my opinion, for this 2 million, everything is fine. 2 million turnover from global turnover by 2% means 40,000 euro. And these 40,000 euro are shared to our gold manager. But not every gold manager gets the same amount, because we have something that is called coefficient. Just accept it like it is. I will explain you in 2 minutes what it means and how you can increase your coefficient. That means in this month here we have 64 coefficients and let's say 64 shares. That don't mean that we had 64 gold manager, but we had 64 shares because we have gold manager with higher coefficient. And that means that the amount for one share is 625 euro. When you are qualified as a gold manager, you see in your office, in our system, exactly this cake, which shows that your commission in this case is 83% from the marketing plan number 1, and additionally 17% for your qualification as a gold manager. And you see here the amount 624.32. This is for one share. That means when you are a gold manager with a minimum qualification of 3 lines with 17% and higher, you have a coefficient from 1. When you build up another 17% line, here is the number 4, every new 17% line increase your coefficient 0.5. That means with 1, 2, 3, 4, 17% lines, you have already a coefficient from 1.5. And that means that you increase your gold manager commission 50% from 624 to 936. This additional 312 euro is from the gold manager bonus because of this higher coefficient. Don't forget, when you are 28%er, you have a new 17%er, you have also this 11% difference. So in total, a new 17% line gives you 800 euro more commission. In my opinion, it is the most lucrative way in the marketing plan to benefit the most to build up 17% lines. And then they have to develop it by themselves, of course with your support, but you have to feel the situation that the white gives the money and that the deep gives security. But here you need at least the white. And look here. Here is a leader with 8 17% line. He has a coefficient from 3.5, and that means that only the gold manager commission is 2,185. And here you see also a very interesting figure. The 20.3% is the part from the gold manager bonus from his total commission. That means when 2,200 euro are 20%, you can multiply it by 5, and then you know his total commission. And then we can start to talk about business. Then we can start to talk about network marketing, and not this 100, 200, 187, and here, and oh yes, we have a special offer, and oh, this month we don't have a special offer, how can I survive? This is network marketing. This is business. And I hope you agree with it, and that you have this idea now that you have to build up your first lines, and then you have to find the good ones, build up your 70% lines, and you will be happy. Double gold manager. Oh my God, we never talk about it. What means double gold manager? Gold manager means minimum 3 lines with 17%. What means double gold manager? 3 plus 3, that means 6 lines with 17%. Just from the word, it would be logic. But don't worry, you don't need 6 lines. You need these 3 lines, and double gold manager means you just have to confirm in 9 calendar months of the year the status of gold manager. And now you understand my message from the beginning. When you build it up in a proper way and not this pushing in here and putting somebody here, they have to grow in a natural way. They have to grow with good registrations, with enough registrations, with a good quality of registration, and then these lines are stable. And when they are stable, it's not a problem to confirm this gold manager position in 9 from 12 months. And then you are qualified for plan number 3, the loyalty, and you are qualified for the annual bonus. The payout for 2016, which was paid out in January 2017, was almost 5,000 euro. That means your monthly commission plus 5,000 euro as an annual bonus, Christmas money, however you call it. 5,000 euro additional just because you build up 3 lines with 17% and you confirm it in 9 months. This is crazy. In my previous company, I need 1 million turnover in a year to be qualified for the annual bonus. Here you need 3 lines with 4,000, means 12,000, times 9. That means we are talking about 140,000 points in a year. That means I need almost 9 times more turnover in my previous company to be qualified for the annual bonus. Now you see how easy it is, but you have to do the decision from the beginning to go the right way. Okay, there are much more exciting steps in the marketing plan, but I guess for today it is okay. For me, it was important to show you the way up to 28%, the 2 key positions, 17%, 25%, and then to find the right person to build up 3 lines with 17%, makes them stable in order to be qualified also for gold manager and double gold manager. In my opinion, when you can imagine to go for 17%, it is not a problem to build also up 3 lines with 17. You are gold manager. And when you build up 3 lines with 17% and you make it every month, when you work with them and they grow, you will confirm it and then you will be double gold manager. Simple like that. There's nothing difficult, nothing special, nothing unreachable. Okay. I would like to show you some real figures. And right now, when I look for the time, I have to apologize. Now, when I started to talk, I talk a little bit more than it was expected. But the second part now will be more faster, so don't worry, we will need maybe 15-20 minutes and then we are fine. Look, this is the structure where you see that the strongest line has almost 58% of the turnover. It's hard on the borderline, and here you see exactly what I said. What is your opinion? You see a line with 15,000 points and almost 2,000 euro. Now, maybe from your position, say, oh, I would be really happy when I have 2,000 euro. Yes, I understand that. But when you see the circumstances, you can't be satisfied. Look, in this situation, you have to see 2 different things. The goal in this position must be to become a gold manager. Because when you have already 15,000 points, you have to talk about gold manager because this is the logical development of your structure. But when you see the downline from this person, you see almost 60% from one line, which is, it's not dangerous, but he has to work on it. But this is what's really bothering me. And when you have almost 600 people for 15,000, remember our 2 power women when I introduce you. Slavomira with 15,000 points and 229, or even Eva with 17,270 people. This is okay. But 600 members registered for only 15,000 points. This is, in my opinion, crazy, because here are too much members without any turnover, with a small turnover, and with a small turnover means also with a small commission. They will be not happy, they will not continue in the long term. That means she has to substitute the people who will quit in the next month with new members, but when she don't change her strategy, it will be always the same. And then you need members. And it's like you have a big bucket of water and you want to carry it, but there is a big hole. That means when you want to walk 100 meters, you have to refill this bucket all the time, but you will never increase something. You will just survive. And this is not our business. And in my opinion, it's not fair also for ESSENS, because all the disappointed members will talk bad about ESSENS when they will quit. Look, what I told you in the beginning, everything is focused on 3 lines. We have 3 lines here. That's it. Here, of course, there are also lines, but you can't work with these lines because you see here 0 turnover, 0 personal turnover, 3.5, 0 turnover, and there are maybe here, for example, members with 180, 168, 11 members with 249. So here we say, okay, these 3 lines, maybe with them you can work. And then when you look for the next thing is, this line with 8,500 points should work already independent. That means she has to know, or this line has to know what she has to do. She must be able to make business presence by herself. If you put all your energy, all your power in this line, you don't have enough time for the other lines. And of course, it's more easier, more nicer to go in this strong line. They introduce you as a big leader and they invite you the people and you're coming and you show that you are the best ESSENS leader in the world, but you are supporting a line which is already 20% and she's not willing or not able to work by herself. You have to see it like a family. When you are the family, here you are the leaders and these are your kids and the members are your kids. And then you have small babies, and the small babies, that means the new registrations are almost the most important members in your team because they don't know anything and you have to show them the right way. And then even here, before the baby was there, these 2 guys here were the king of the family because they was the youngest one. But now when the new baby is there, it attracts the most attention from the whole family. And these people here with 3 years, or with 3 months, or with whatever, let's say 3%, they have to learn now how to drink by themselves. When the baby was not there, mommy had them in her arm and she gives the food and she gives everything. Now there is a baby, it attracts all the attention and they have to learn how to do it. And the 6-year-old guys here, they have to pay attention for the 3 ones. That means they have another job. And the 9-year-old lady, on the 12%er and even the 17%er, they have to be in another position. That means with every new member, with every new situation, with every new day, you have to delegate the work, you have to delegate the responsibility in order to make them working independent. And then you will see that even when you are focused with your new lines, even in the other lines, something happens. And this is a problem with most people. Look here. When this person is focused on these lines here, where they have to work, and this line is working independently, there must be a better development. But here, nothing happened. And then there are only 2 lines. But when this leader is responsible for only these 2 lines, and he has only 18 new registrations in a month, something is going wrong in my opinion. It's not enough. And when you now realize that the quality of the registrations, like I showed you, is in general not so good because of too much registrations without any first order, you can imagine when 80% from these members are registered without any first order or with just 1 perfume, there will be no development. That means there is never a chance that this downline will reach the 4,000 points. And even here, with 2 new members in a month, how can this line develop from 1,500 to 4,000? No chance. You need quantity with a good quality, then you find the responsible people and then you can support the team. This is how it works. But this is definitely the wrong way and there is no chance to become a gold manager. Here, you see another line, even here, a strong line. Then when we look for it, we see 5 lines probably which are active, but even there, when we have a closer look, you see that these lines are registering new members. Here, nothing happened. It's the same. That means even here, everything is based on 3 lines. And trust me, I was not looking, oh, where can I find only 3 lines? Go in your own downline when you have already a good downline and check it, and you will see, probably from yourself and especially from your downline, mostly everything is based on just 3 lines. And even here, how can a line from 2,000 points with only 4 new registrations go 4,000 points? With 7 registrations and 1,400, it's never enough. It's never enough. There is no development, and that means you will be frustrated. And now imagine if this line goes to 28%, he will have 3% less. That means he will not have any difference here. That means 3%, that means 390 euro, almost 400 euro are missing in his commission. He will have 1,200 euro commission. And plan number 4 is for gold manager or for double silver manager. That means you need 2 lines with 28%. That means he will increase the turnover, but he will decrease his commission. Not because of the marketing plan, because he's working in a completely wrong way. And even when you talk with the people, they say, yeah, but they continue. Because it's more comfortable to be the big leader, to be a representative here in this line, in order to feel the pain, to go out on the street, to make new contacts, to make new registrations, and to build up a new line. Another example. Here it looks like a nice design. The strongest line, less than 40%, but you see even here, nothing happened. And we have again our 3 lines. It's always the same. At least there is a little movement, but 2 new registrations for a line with 1,000 points is not enough. That means even 4,200 is not healthy, is not stable, because something happened. They have problems in the job, maybe they get unemployed. They have problems with their partner, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. They have problems with the kids because the kids are sick, whatever. They don't do the activities, boop, turnover drop down, 3,500, and you have not a 17% anymore. And here, when you want to build up this line to 4,000 points, from 1,800, you have to double, a little bit more than double, but not with 4 registrations in a month. It's so simple. The figure says everything, and this is why I call the marketing plan a GPS. It's so clear what you have to do, but you have to understand it. You need a sponsor who show you the way, and then you have to follow recommendations. Even here, very interesting downline, already 40,000 points, which is very good, but the strongest line makes 27,000. And even here you see, from this big leader, only 3 lines, and the rest is just far away from reality. And even here, nothing happened. That means there is even no chance to develop this line. That means this line is only focused on 3 lines, and he has to pray every night, please Lord, nothing happened, let them be in 4,000 points, otherwise I will not be a gold manager anymore. But 4,300 points is not enough. And there's another thing. Look, the sponsor has 2,300 euro commission, and the first line has 3,500 euro commission. That means the first line with the lower turnover has a higher commission. Why? You remember the first slides? The white gives the money. Let's have a closer look to this line with 27,000 points. Here you see a very good design from the structure. And this is the reason why this downline has a higher commission than the sponsor, even when the turnover is higher. Turnover is not always automatically increasing your commission. You have to build it up in a smart way. And our marketing plan is designed that the white gives the money. No white, smaller commission. Simple like that. Okay, another thing. Please, for your future, for your healthy future, for your successful future, don't be focused only on just 3 lines. If you check your downline and you see, oh my God, it's the same for my downline, please promise me from October, make a full power month in registering new first lines. Register 5, 10, 50 new first lines with a good quality. I will give you some recommendations in the next minutes. And then you will see what happened with these lines. And then you have a bigger potential to support somebody. And then you will have a very, very big development in the next month. Okay. Before I give you some ideas about business presentation. Why do people buy a drill bit like you see it here? Because it looks nice, because it's a nice material, because it was a special offer and you don't know how to spend your money for other products. The one and only reason why people buy this drill bit is they want and they need a hole in the wall. That means this drill bit is a solution to their needings. They need a hole and the drill bit gives them the hole. And now ask yourself, why do people start with our business? Because ESSENS is such a fantastic company? No. Because we have so fantastic products? No. Because you are the best sponsor in the world, they appreciate to be with you? Forget about it. The only reason why people start in a serious way with our business is because you offer with our business the solution for their problems. And you have to find the why that people want to start. And why don't mean the money, because the money is nice, but we have to find out what is the reason that they want the money. What is behind money? Why do they need the money? What do they want to buy? And this is what I call finding the why. When you find the why before you start with a business presentation, everything is more easier and you will have a bigger chance to have a successful line. Let's talk about holiday, because holiday, house and cars are the main three reasons for people to start with a business. Ask the people if they like to go to holiday next year, in a fantastic holiday. And maybe you have some pictures, or maybe you talk about your last holiday. Maybe you talk about Turkey. And then you can talk about the holiday, and when he said, yes, I would love to go to holiday. I was 3 years not out of my country. I hate the people here. I want to go abroad. I want to relax for 2 weeks in a fantastic hotel. And then you say, if I show you a way how you can go to your dream holiday in 2018, would it be interesting for you? If he says yes, make it more closer. What do you think? How much money do you need for your holiday? Let's say 3,000 euro. Okay, 3,000 euro in a year from now means 3,000 divided by 12 means 250 euro. If I can show you a way how you can make 250 euro at least with my business, would it be interesting for you? And then you have a goal. Talk about, make it closer. Where do you want to go? Maldives, Caribbean, Asia, Italy, Greece, Spain, Cyprus. Don't forget Cyprus, beautiful destination for holidays. And then it must be here in their mind. They have to feel already that they are going not home, that they are going to the beach, and that they will lay down in the sunbeds, that they enjoy the nice wine, the nice food from this country. It must be close to them. They have to get crazy when they don't reach this goal next year. Then it's a goal, and then they will do everything you recommend to them. If they don't like holiday, maybe they want a new apartment. If it is for rent or if they want to buy it, doesn't matter. Maybe right now they pay 650 euro in a month and the new apartment or the new house needs 1,050 euro. It means there is a difference from 400 euro. If I can show you a way, it's always the same. If I can show you a way how to make this 400 euro in a month on a stable base that gives you the chance to rent, to buy this new house, this new apartment, would it be interesting for you? And then you can talk about it. What do you prefer? In which area do you like to live? Would you like to leave your hometown or just in another quarter? Whatever, but it must be concrete. This is the way. If you don't like holiday, if you don't like apartments, maybe you want a new car, maybe you want savings for the retirement, for the education of the children, whatever. You have to find his why. If he is not willing or able to talk about his why, talk about your own one. Okay, let me start to talk about why I started with ESSENS. Look, when they introduced me to this business, I saw the big chance and I had this big dream and I saw the chance to realize this dream. And sooner or later, he will make like this. And they said, now you confirm it. Is it also interesting for you? Tell me something about it. Spend time before you talk about the business presentation to find out the why. When you have the why, everything else is more easier. Or to say it in other words, when the why is clear, The how is easy. Simple like that. Okay. So, and then when the why is clear, you start with a business presentation. But before you start, there is another very important question. And please, trust me, don't be shy to ask this question, because this is already for the end of the business presentation. You will have the product around you. I hope you are working with the bestseller set. And they say, look, I will introduce some of these products because these are the bestseller products for my business. And when you want to start with this business, you need also these kind of products. My question right now, and please give me an honest answer. Are you willing and able to invest some money for this kind of products when I show you a way how to go to your holiday next year, how to get your apartment in the next few months, how to get your new car, how to make sense, whatever is the goal. That means at first the goal, and then this is just what to do. Of course, some people will say, no problem, of course, ask for the amount. It must be 100 and a little bit higher. If it's less than 100 euro, and they want to convince you that they are really poor and that these poor guys don't have any money, there is a very nice example. Ask them to show their mobile phone. Usually they take out the new Samsung S8, the new iPhone, the new Nokia, the new whatever, the latest model. Very often this person has the latest model from the mobile phone. And then you said, wow, that's great. When did you get it? Oh, 2 months ago. Is your old broken? Ah, it was still okay, but you want the latest model. Okay, how much was it? 600 euro. That means you spent 600 euro for a new phone, which you don't need because the old one was still okay, but you want to convince me that you don't have 100 euro for the opportunities that can change your whole life? Are you kidding me? Talking this way, they have to feel that you really are convinced of what you say. And then they say, oh yes, you are right. And this is a problem. It's not a question of the money, it's a question of the priority, how they spend the money. And then usually you come to a good solution, and then when they say, okay, 100 euro is not a problem, you can start with the business presentation. Go step by step to this business presentation. I will not do it now because when the why is clear, I told you the how is easy. Everything in this presentation folder is simple. You just have to read these words here, make it with your own personality, with a little bit excitement, and go step by step through it. Show the products during the presentation, some of the products, and then I will just jump to the end when we are talking about how to become a gold manager. That look, and now let me explain what you have to do to become a gold manager to make really money. That you see that 250 euro is not a problem, because if you accept this here, you will see everything is possible. Here, if you sell at least one perfume in a week, you will have already 40. If you are using on a regular base, let's say at least one time in a month or in a week, a shampoo, a shower gel, a body balm, the toothpaste, and maybe also a perfume. If you want to protect your cardiovascular system, you have 100 points. And this is what I expect for my new members, that they have on a regular base at least 100 points. Because when they don't have 100 points, they show me that they don't use their own product. And when they don't use their own products, how can they recommend it to other people? I'm always honest. I was honest with you. This is why I asked you for your acceptance that you will spend at least 100, 120, 130 euro, and you confirm it. Is it still valid? Huh? Okay. And then you continue. So, step number 2 is, besides the 100-point personal turnover, the why gives the money. That means I will help you in the next days to find at least 10 members which will register as your first line. I will make the same presentation, I will ask the same question, and I take care that they also start with at least 100 points. Because this is a basic. We don't have to register people when they are just empty bubbles and nobody make turnover. Then we are looking for these people who want to build up a team. We help them, and then we will find people which will register under your people. Sometimes it is 3, 4, 5. Sometimes they don't want it. In the average, like like here in the example, we have 3 registrations. So now the blue bubbles shows that these are people which you don't know today. That means you will go to your contact list in your mobile phone, or when you go home, make a list with 10, 15, 20 people which you have in your mind. We will call them together tomorrow. We invite them for a business presentation. Then you can relax. I make the business presentation for you, and you will see that it is very easy to register the people. Then we make the same step with your members, and when we have this job done, let's say in 1 to maximum 3 months, you will be in the 17%, and you have already 450 euro commission. You need 250 euro for your holiday, so you can save another 200 euro, or when you want this apartment, I told you 400 euro is possible. In this position, you will have already the 400 euro. You see, this is how it works. And you can trust me, I have a lot of other members. If you don't have these members in your downline, and I know a lot of other members, talk about your sponsor, talk about the sponsor of the sponsor, invite them to the meetings, to your upline, in order to talk with your upline, that they see other successful people. It makes everything more easier. And then we are looking for at least 3 responsible people who want to do the same, who wants to go also 17%. Maybe they are in your first line. Sometimes they are not in your first line, but these are friends from your friends. Or maybe they are more deeper, whatever. We are looking to everybody. We offer this opportunity to everybody, and we support every responsible people. When we find 1, 2, 3 people, and we build them up to 17%, voila, you are Gold Manager. Gold Manager means at least 2,500 euro in a month, and you will be also invited to our anniversary. The next anniversary is in October 2018. You have to be qualified next year, and I can promise you this is an unforgettable event, a 3-day event. Last year we was in Vienna, this year we will be in Venice, and next year I will go to this new anniversary, to our 7th anniversary, wherever it is. And my goal is, I want to go with 3 of my members. And because you are my friend, I want to go together with you. Is it a goal for you to go together with me? Shake hands, make this commitment, and then they go. Because qualification is 10,000 points. And if they commit themselves for 10,000, of course, it's not so difficult to go for 17%. And the minimum goal for you is for a new member to reach a 17% line, because it will give you 800 euro more commission. That's it. So nothing dangerous, nothing complicated. I also recommend to work with this printed registration form. Give it to him, let him fill it out, and you make the registration at home. I always prefer to make everything by myself, so I'm sure that he will be registered. I will not give my number and he mix it up and he is registered in another downline. And then he's coming home and said, I told him 100 euro, but it's okay, I will make the half and then make a smaller first order. No, he committed here. We focus on these products where we have the registration discount, and when you are using this printed registration form, it is more easier because you don't have the pressure from the 30 minutes which are ticking down when you make the online registration. These are 2 very important tools, our business presentation folder and also the flyer. The flyer is, I guess, in most of our countries available. It's a flyer which contains all our perfume products, including the sets. You don't see the set in any of our catalogs. I'm a little bit unhappy about it, but I was not able to change it right now because it's not my decision. And you have all the perfumes here on the back side. That means the 60 old perfumes, the 15 new perfumes are here with a description that you know exactly from which family they are coming. So it's a very, very helpful tool, and I'm 100% convinced it will help you. If you don't know anything about it, send me a message and I will send you a PDF that you can see it, and we can arrange it that you will also have it when there are more requirements even in your country. So the good message is you don't have to be perfect. Don't be scared because you don't have any experience. You don't have to be perfect. Just do it, and then you will see from business presentation to business presentation, you get more power, you get more energy, you get more self-confidence, you have also the power to convince the people, and then later you will. Success is how many times you show the business. There is not a perfect business presentation. The success is coming from do it again, do it again, do it again. Or like Eric Worre, one of the biggest network trainers, says, talk to the people, tell the story. Talk to the people, tell the story. Talk to the people, tell the story. And then repeat. This is our main business when you want to build up a team. Always new, fresh people, new, fresh people, new, fresh people in a good quality. So please, don't forget the qualification period. And if you are not on the 17%, go for the 17%, and maybe you talk with some of us, and let's say the minimum goal is to be qualified as a 17 center in order to come with us to Turkey, and the maximum goal is, let's say, find 3 people now, maybe they are already in your team, or you find them tomorrow in the street, in the neighborhood, in your job, in your family, and say, hey, would you like to go for a week holiday, 5-star hotel, everything is paid, all inclusive, I have to show you something. Make an appointment, introduce it, October, November, December, in 3 months, you help them to build up to 17%, and your goal must be to go with 3 new 17%ers to Turkey, because then we can welcome you there as a new golf manager, and you will enjoy Turkey much more than ever before. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope it was not too long. I was really surprised by myself, but I was so excited to share all this very important information with you that I don't want to miss any of this session. So if you like it, I would be happy. If you don't like it, sorry for your time, but this is how our business works, and I'm sure if you go to this way, it will be more easier, more successful for you, and you will have a very good team. Have a great evening. Thank you for attending us, and have a good time. Bye-bye. See you soon.